Hey, welcome to the first of our grammar videos. Welcome to the British English Hub. I'm Paul, and today we're going to be talking about past tense. Okay, now past tense refers to a past event. It's finished time, meaning it cannot be changed. It's done and dusted. Okay, now when we talk about something in the past, for example, we want to talk about a past experience or give an anecdote about a past experience. We're constantly using the past tense. Now, sometimes, not always, we add a time clause. So for instance, that could be yesterday. I went to work. 2 days ago, I went to Greece. 5 weeks ago, I cleaned my house. Ooh. Last week, I watched a film. Last month, I went out and had dinner. Last year, I saw my best friend. Also, we can use adverbial clauses as well, which, for example, would be something like when I was a child, or when I was young, or when I went to secondary school. But we don't always use them. Okay? Now, today I'm going to talk about the past simple tense, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a demonstration of how we use it with some clear examples. Take you through the past simple. This is going to be for level elementary, and if I can take you to the first slide, there are 2 types of past tense verbs, regular and irregular, and I bet you don't know what they are, or I bet you do know what they are. Okay, and we're going to be focusing on this video on regular verbs, regular past tense simple verbs. It's called the past simple, by the way, not the past continuous. Don't get those confused. Past simple, past continuous. We are focusing on past simple. Okay, so regular verbs, okay, which are verbs with ed, is with the suffix ed. They're called suffixes in the English language. That means an ending with ed. Suffix is purely ending of a word. Okay, so basically, something I need to remind you: regular verbs are different from irregular ones, and I'm going to give you some irregular verbs just to give you an idea. So bring, brought. You notice that the verb, the present, what we call the infinitive, is different from the past simple version. Okay, so bring, brought. Sing, sang. Feel, felt. Go, went. There is no ed ending with any irregular verb. Okay, irregular verbs are different. The entire form changes. Okay, so around 50% of English past tense verbs are irregular. The other 50% are regular, which have the ed suffix. Okay, now let's look at some examples. Okay, first, visit, visited. Play, played. Collect, collected. Talk, talked. Cook, cooked. Smile, smiled. Dance, danced. Walk, walked. rest, rested, love, loved. Okay? Now, I'd like you to take maybe a minute to go through those, have a practice. Okay? Freeze the screen and practice them yourselves. Okay? So, now we're going to look at some of these verbs in real sentences. Okay? And this is going to be a story about a day on the beach. As you can see, the beach is there. Okay? Don't you wish to be on the beach right now? Okay, here we go. So, last weekend I visited the beach with my family. Visited. I played in the sand and watched the waves. Played and watched. My brother looked for shells and collected crabs. Looked and collected. We talked to new friends and enjoyed the weather. Talked and enjoyed. My mum cooked sandwiches and my dad played guitar. Cooked and played. Everybody smiled and danced. Smiled and danced. In the evening, we walked home and rested. Walked home, rested. We loved the day at the beach. Loved. So now, we're gonna tell the whole story. Okay, so here we are. Last weekend, I visited the beach with my family. I played in the sand and watched the waves. My brother collected shells and looked for crabs. We talked to new friends and enjoyed the warm weather. My mum cooked sandwiches and my dad played the guitar. Everybody smiled and danced. In the evening, we walked home and rested. We loved the day at the beach. Now it's your turn. Okay, but that's not all. The ed, or what we call the suffix, in the regular verb has 3 completely different sounds. The sounds are t, d, and id. And I've given you a very, very brief example here. We have painted, id, painted. Give it a go. Painted. Worked, t, worked. T. Followed, d, followed, d, followed, d. Okay? There are 3 phonemes, what we call phonemes, the sounds I'm going to be talking about in my next video. Okay? And we're going to be specifically focused on those 3 sounds because they are difficult. Now, from what I've taught you in this video, go back to the text or the story on the beach. Try and pronounce those ed regular verbs with the correct sound if you can. Okay? Thanks so much for watching. See you next time when we'll talk about pronunciation of ed regular verbs.